Next race on the track, the 100 meters. Dawn Sewell still holding the collegiate and meet records. Aaliyah Hobbs, who is in this final, has the best amongst the collegians, second best in the world. And let's flash back to Thursday's semifinals, which provided a lot of drama, Laura.
Oh, they certainly did. You're taking a look right there at Aaliyah Hobbs, and she was right next to two of her teammates. They're all sandwiched there together, and Micaiah Briscoe said that she fed off of that. It felt like that they were in a practice. That is how she qualified so well for this day of finals as she positioned herself into lane 4 with that mark of 11.19. Here's a look at the semifinal heat 2. You can see the Ducks struggling there together, not qualifying well at all. They would have to get through on time, sitting back and waiting. You can see right there, qualifying looking very good for Tiana Daniels out of Texas as she prepares for the final. She's in position 5. You can see right now that is Aaliyah Hobbs, the junior from LSU. That season best of 10:85 at the SEC relays. One of the fastest in the world so far this season.
And despite the fact that LSU junior Aaliyah Hobbs has had recent success, she and her coach Dennis Shaver continue to work hard to iron out the kinks.
When block starts, I make sure that I focus on all little things. Coach Shaver, he tells me, you know, they're gonna hold us in set. You have to just not sit there and listen for the gun. It's just little things like that. Making sure after I finish driving, I get up and sprint. Cause that was another problem. Like I didn't really have that good of a front side mechanics. So Coach Shaver always worked on that. So we've been working on that still.
It was a very strange semifinal day. The #1 sprinter on the collegiates does not get through as a winner in her semifinal. The Ducks made it through barely on time. There's Deja Stevens, the 2016 Olympian in the 2000. She barely made it through on time.
What a tough position for her in lane 1. Her teammate all the way out in lane 8, Ariana Washington. But the important thing is they got through, and head coach Robert Johnson said that he feels like that they got their nerves out. They were so anxious about the championship, so they hopefully worked that out early. And then Micaiah Briscoe looking so fantastic in that preliminary round. She'll look to carry that on into the final with a big point scoring opportunity for the Tigers.
We've seen her be very effective indoors at the 60-meter distance, but that 100 meters she ran in the semifinal on Thursday was really a breakthrough. This race is wide open. Briscoe in 4, Hobbs in 7, and then Ducks Deja Stevens and Ariana Washington bookending lanes 1 and 8. Hobbs out very well off the gun, as is Micaiah Briscoe. It is Hobbs now making a move. So is Briscoe. It's going to be Micaiah Briscoe. Look at this. She runs away with it. Thursday was not an accident. 10:96 for Micaiah Briscoe. We're checking for the wind. Deja Stevens comes up for second for the Ducks. So that is a big, big deal for them from a standpoint of points. And Washington, Ariana Washington getting 4th. The wind just 0.3 meters per second. So what a great performance by Micaiah Briscoe.
Look at how she bursts out of the blocks, almost leaving it not to chance there, even halfway in, all the way up into full posture, striding out there, looking so good. Wow, Deja Stevens was closing fast though, but Micaiah Briscoe just got out so well ahead of the rest of the field. Head coach Dennis Shaver said that Micaiah Briscoe and Aaliyah Hobbs have such a great dynamic in their training. They really feed off of each other very well. So you can certainly see that Micaiah Briscoe was inspired by that earlier season performance of her teammate, capitalizing on the national stage.
What a big breakthrough for Micaiah Briscoe. She's been mostly known as an indoor sprinter, but 10:96 with very little wind. That is a wow. Deja Stevens and Ariana Washington combined for 13 points for the Ducks. And this is the 7th LSU sprinter as Briscoe to win this title.